Hey everyone, it's your friend, the Book Father. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. It's been about a month since my last video, and before I let any more time go by, I've decided to make a short appearance to try and catch up with what's been happening with me regarding books and what have you. So I think since the last time I had a video, I have been able to finish Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I liked the way the book ended. I like Dr. Erland's way of setting Cinder up to do more than what she feels that she can do, and she's been able to do it before. Now, shortly after I finished Cinder, I was thinking of going on to the next book, Scarlet. I had brought it with me to work, left it in the car, and yeah, so it rained and the windows were open. So nothing happened to the cover, see, but she did take on and retain the fluids. It's dried up, rather misshapen, if you can tell. But instead of continuing on with Scarlet, I found myself intertwined with an audiobook series. It's the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. There's The Gunslinger, The Drawing of the Three, The Wastelands, and I'm now on The Wizard in the Glass, the fourth book in a series I have, I think, 8. So far, I've enjoyed The Gunslinger. I've enjoyed all of them, really, but the two that stand out the most for me are The Gunslinger and Wastelands. So book 1 and book 3. Basically, what the story is on an Earth not that different than ours, time has moved on. Instead of knights on a quest, we have gunslingers. And our main character, Roland, seems to be the last gunslinger ever. And he is beset on reaching the Dark Tower. Now, at first, the main obstacle that keeps putting hazards in his way is the Man in Black. A man we find out later goes by the name of Walter. And in the first book, after the tasks that are put in front of Roland, he finally does come face to face with Walter, but instead of there being a great battle, the two sit down to a fire and well, for the loss of a better term, they just show some of their cards. Walter tells Roland of his future using a charmed deck of tarot cards, and then leaves him all to himself. Now this conversation, which may have taken hours, seems to have taken 10 years to do in the real time. And that's where we're left with the Gunslinger. In the second book, Drawing of the Three, Roland is he's on the coastline, the shore, one of the ends of his world, as far as he can tell. He gets attacked at the beginning, survives, not unscathed, but he survives, and he becomes infected, but he still pushes on to reach the Black Tower. And he comes across a magical interlude into different different times in our Earth, and he's meant to bring something or someone back each time while still trying to fight off the infection. At the end of the drawing of the three, as you can tell, we start off with Roland at the beginning, and we end up with Roland and two, at the time, I'll call them sidekicks. Eddie and Suzanne. Or Susan. No, Suzanne. In the Wastelands, the third book, our three travelers push forward together to reach the Black Tower, and in the midst of that journey, Eddie is chosen to be the one to bring a fourth member into their party. Now, bringing that fourth member isn't going to be easy, of course, and it won't come without its own perils, but we do get closer to the Black Tower. We do learn more things about the Earth that Roland's on and our own Earth. By the end of the Wastelands, we aboard, we catch a ride going across the Wastelands, like a toxic no man's land. You know, certain deaths if you were to walk through it, but if they're able to drive through it, they'll be untouched. But in order to reach their destination, all their lives are put on the line, and they have to beat one more adversary, another gatekeeper, and see how things end for the four of them. And then so far, that's as far as I've gotten for completing books. I started The Wizard in the Glass yesterday. It's interesting on its own. I mean, we still have the same four characters. We still have Roland, Eddie, Susan, the fourth member, which I'm not going to say just in case to keep intrigue. And of course, they've figured out a way to, just by the proverbial skin of their teeth, survive the ride across the Wastelands, and they move forward to the next stage in their journey. Overall, I really have enjoyed the Dark Tower series. I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish all 7 or 8 books in this. Probably all going to be done by audiobook. There's no doubt that Stephen King knows how to write well, you know, but with it being an audiobook, what really helps me is the narrator. Now, so far in these first 4 books, the narrator has been the same gentleman, and he does a great job at storytelling. He's able to give slight differences between some of the main characters, and the flexes in his voice help to tell you when we're in peril or happiness or what have you. So that's as far as I've gotten since the last time I made a video for us. I might make a more in-depth review of the Dark series, or the Dark Tower series. Jeez, the Dark Tower series. Maybe I'll get to starting Scarlet. I'm not sure just yet. You have any questions or comments? I look forward to reading them. I'd like to know if any of you have read any of the Dark Tower series and what you thought of them. Yeah, hope you subscribe, and until next time, everyone, try to have a good day.